Jeep and new Ford Broncos driving skills graph. Significantly worse of a driver, the more ducks you have. And if you add Greek letters, then you're just automatically worse. If you have ducks in the dash and you drive a Jeep, stay off the road. It's better for everybody. It's safer for everybody. Hey, what's going on? New camera, so you get a rant in 4K today. So, I am here to talk about something very near and dear to my heart, something that frankly pisses me off, mainly because I live in a college town. I think it's really bad because I live in a college town. But today, we're gonna be talking about driving skills, and not just any regular driving skills of like any driver, because there are a decent amount of good drivers here, but there's also a lot of bad drivers here. I'm going to be talking about Jeep drivers. And when I say Jeep drivers, there's also another car that I lump into this group, okay? I lump into the Jeep group the new Ford Broncos. They also belong in this group because I feel like they're basically the same car, right? Jeeps are, I don't really know much about the new Ford Broncos, but Jeeps are, and when I say Jeep, we're talking about Jeeps, not just like the Jeep brand, but like the Jeeps, the ones you can take the doors off of, the ones that are insanely impractical. I don't know why anybody buys them. We're talking about those Jeeps. And I feel like those are kind of one and the same with the new Ford Broncos. So we're gonna make a graph here. Taking y'all to math class. So if you remember anything about your math classes and like graphs and stuff, you'll know that the horizontal line is your X line and the vertical line is your Y line. And you remember X is independent and Y is dependent. Y depends on X. So here's what we're gonna be doing. Here's how we're gonna be measuring this. And I don't remember if I said it earlier, I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't remember, so I'm just gonna say it anyways. We're talking about the driving skills of these people. Jeep and new Ford Broncos driving skills graph. And for this, it's a graph, so we're gonna need an equation to go off of. So our equation is gonna be bad driving is equal to M number of ducks in dashboard plus, now the plus can be, we can add on to this. So for the sake of this, we're going to add on to this one of the most common examples that may or may not be there. It could be there, it could not. This is a constant. We can just remove it if we need it, depending on the situation. But we don't need it for the equation to work. It just adds on to the equation if it is there. Plus Greek letter stickers. So if you'll notice here that this is very similar to y is equal to mx plus b. That's what's happening here. We have our equation. So now let's put it to the test here. So on the graph here, I'm not going to have set numbers put. Okay, we're not going to have set numbers. It's just trends we're going to be talking about. We're just talking about trends because it's hard to put a quantitative value on like skill sets. But the one thing I will do, is here at 0, 0, 0, 0 is equal to the perfect Jeep driver. Perfect Jeep driving skills. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Does this look good? I think it looks quite nice. So as X increases, down here, that means more ducks. So as we go down the line of X, that means more ducks. More ducks in the dashboard. It has to be in the dashboard too. The little rubber ducks, the little annoying rubber ducks you see in the dashboard, otherwise it doesn't count. So as there are more ducks, more rubber ducks in the dashboard of the Jeep, then the driving skills get progressively worse. So as Y increases, so worse driving. So as there are more ducks, oh, no, we're not talking about curves. I don't understand curves. I understand this. As there are more ducks, so let's see here. So let's just say there's one duck. Okay, and you know, there's still gonna be a bad driver, but not that bad. Not that bad of a driver, right? Not that bad of a driver. Compared to, let's say they have 10 ducks. Okay. Significantly worse of a driver the more ducks you have. You're a much worse driver if you have more ducks. Now, you may be thinking here, what about the plus B here? So plus B is Greek letter stickers. That, if there are Greek letter stickers, then that's just a constant we're going to add, because if you have Greek letter stickers on the back of your car, you're a bad driver. That's why it's a constant. It's because there's no question about it. So you have Greek letter stickers there. So let's just say the Greek letter stickers are right here. So Greek letter stickers. GLS, Greek letter stickers right here. So you're gonna start already at worst driving. You're gonna start at worst driving, and then that means that you're already a significantly worse driver than if you had one duck and no Greek letter stickers, if that makes sense. That means more on the y-axis. That just means if you have Greek letter stickers, that just means you're already a worse driver, regardless of whether or not you have ducks. But the more ducks you add, it's just gonna get worse, and the trend goes all the way up here. So look at that. Look at that. These aren't exactly linear. I can't exactly draw straight lines, or parallel, I should say. But you know, you go up here, see? That connects right here. You're a better driver at 10 ducks, no Greek letters, than you are at 10 ducks and Greek letter stickers. In fact, that you're a lot better. You're a lot better off if you have no Greek letter stickers, because you don't start off with, you don't start off with a handicap. Not to be offensive, but like you don't start off with a handicap in terms of your driving skills if you don't have Greek letter stickers. But whereas if you do, I think you should just take the Greek letter stickers off. You'll probably become a better driver. Anyways, this is very simple. I was kind of making it up as I was going. I just really wanted to make a video. I hope this makes sense. The more ducks you have means you are worse of a driver. The pattern continues. This is done. This was done with myself collecting a lot of data, with my roommate collecting a lot of data, people I talk to collecting a lot of data. If you drive a Jeep, and it has to be a Jeep Ford Bronco, Jeep/Ford Bronco, that genre of car. If you drive those, and you're probably a bad driver starting off. You're probably a bad driver starting off. You may or may not be, but you're probably just a bad driver starting off. So you start off at 0, 0 here, and the second you start adding ducks, the more ducks, the worse you get. And if you add Greek letters, then you're just automatically worse, because you can only add Greek letters, but ducks you can just keep going. And I've seen people with like 3 ducks in their dash. I've seen people with like 15 in their dash. It's crazy. But yeah, I hope this makes sense. Yeah, if you have ducks in the dash and you drive a Jeep, Ford Bronco, whatever, and you have Greek letters, stay off the road. Please, it's better for everybody. It's safer for everybody. It's safer for you. Get a ride from a friend, take an Uber, ride the bus, ride a bike. Doesn't matter. It will be safer for everybody if you stay off the road. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Hope this makes sense. And yeah, I'll see you later. This wasn't really a rant, I would say, more as like yeah, no, this wasn't really a rant now that I think about it. I'm mainly I'm showing some research here, and I would say that this is grounded in fact. I would say this is quite nice. But yeah, it is something that pisses me off, but I wasn't exactly in a big angry mood about it. So yeah, this wasn't really a rant. This was more of me expressing something I don't like through mathematics and fact and statistics. But yeah, hope this makes sense. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.